You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report, episode 189.4, our boys swimming state finals preview.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengelt.
Welcome, swimming fans, to our boys swimming state finals preview. As far as our local counties, Blackford, Delaware, Grant, Howard, Madison, Tipton, and Northern Hamilton counties, we have very little representative. But, however, in Southern Hamilton County and in Hancock County, we do have a lot. So I'm going to go over the top swimmers in each event and tell you all of the swimmers who are local and regional who we have as contenders, and it is a ton. Carmel is the 10-time defending state champion. Not quite as dominant as their girls, but still very, very good. They are going to win number 11 this year unless the team bus gets lost on the way to the meet. Last year, they beat Penn by 244 points, and they look just as dominant this year. Unlike the girls, they don't have a ton of number one seeds, although they do have a few in a couple of events where they have number one and number two. But their depth is so much better than everybody else that they are clearly the team to beat. All right, let's start with the 200 medley relay. Carmel is the number one seed. They are the number one seed in all three relays. In this one, they are a second and a half faster than Valparaiso's seed time. Center Grove is the third seed, Hamilton Southeastern 5th, Noblesville 15th, Westfield 21st, Greenfield Central is the 23rd seed. Number 27 seed is New Pal, and the number 31 seed is Delta. Let's go to the 200 freestyle, where this is one Carmel, clearly the best in the state. Sophomore William Allen is the top seed. He swam a 1:37.19 in the sectional. And second is Ethan Zhang, who was right there about the same time. Those two look like the top two contenders. Zhang was fifth last year. Fisher senior Jonathan Hines was fourth last year. He should also be a serious contender in this one. And also Carmel junior Lewis Zhang is the eighth seed, and he was runner-up last year to Zionsville senior Walker Matisse, and he was seventh in the event as a freshman. Carmel could have a 1, 2, 3 in the 200 freestyle. In the 200 IM, Carmel sophomore Yi Zhang is the top seed at 1:47.64. The number two seed is Bloomington South senior David Kovacs, who was third last year in the event and fifth as a sophomore. Hamilton Southeastern senior Ji-Hoon Young is the third seed. He was fifth last year in the 200 IM and seventh as a sophomore. Carmel junior Corey Hahn is the fourth seed. Carmel senior Michael Gorey is 12th. He was runner-up last year to senior teammate Greg Enoch, and fourth as a sophomore. He will be one of the swimmers to beat as well. The 14th seed is Fisher senior Luis Sanchez. 15th is Westfield sophomore Gareth Thomas. The 19th seed is Hamilton Southeastern senior Colin Houston, and Zach Beatty of Delta is seeded 23rd. A reminder, the top 8 from each event make it to the championship final. 9 through 16 come back on Saturday for the consolation final. In the 50 free, Brebeuf senior Jake Tarara is the top seed. He swam a 20.34 in the sectional to be the top seed. He was runner-up last year to Harrison senior Matthew Kling and was 10th as a sophomore. Bloomington South senior James Stewart is the second seed. Richmond senior Owen Fowler is third. Fisher sophomore Alex Koo is the ninth seed. Carmel's senior William Pugh is 10th. Greenfield Central sophomore Isaac Johnson is 13th. And Muncie Burris Jr. Oliver Mooring is the 33rd seed. He was 31st in the event last year. In the 100 butterfly, a familiar name, Carmel senior Andrew Shackle, who had a brother and sister in the last Olympics. He finished third in the 100 butterfly last year and fourth the year before. Bloomington South senior Lucas Pagel is the second seed. He was runner-up last year to Matthew Kling of Harrison. James Stewart is the third seed. He finished third last year in the event. Hamilton Southeastern's junior Ji-Hoon Young is the fifth seed. Yorktown senior Henry Coe is the sixth seed. He has a very good chance to be all-state and swim in the final. Fisher Senior Hudson Lee is 9th. Carmel Senior William Pugh is 12th seed. Mount Vernon Junior Thomas Jankowski is seeded 17th. The 19th seed is Greenfield Senior Sophomore Isaac Johnson. And Westfield sophomore Gareth Thomas is the 21st seed. Jake Terrara, the senior from Babuff, is also the number 1 seed in the 100 freestyle, just ahead of Valparaiso senior George Patterson and Bloomington South freshman Peter Kovacs. That guy's got a future. Carmel has the 6th and 9th seed with junior Carter Hadley and senior Ethan Zhang. Fisher sophomore Alex Koo is the 10th seed. He was 5th in the event last year. Carmel junior William Lathrop is 12th. Hamilton Southeastern has the 20th and 28th seeds with junior Camden Bailey and senior Derek Robinson. In the day's longest event, the 500 freestyle, Carmel sophomore William Allen is the number 1 seed. That's his second event. He's been the number 1 seed. He swam a 4:23:31 in the sectional, just faster than Carmel senior Anderson Kopp, who swam a 4:24:02. Kopp was 4th last year in this event. And number 3 seed is Fisher's junior Jonathan Hines, who was runner-up last year to Carmel senior Greg Enoch and 4th as a sophomore in the 500 free. Also a contender is Carmel junior Louis Zhang, who was 3rd last year and 6th as a freshman. Fisher's has the 9th and 13th seeds with sophomore Caden Askren and senior Anthony Adams, who was 6th in the 500 free last year. And Delta senior Zach Beatty is seeded 26th. He has a chance to advance in a couple of events. The 200 freestyle, it should be a really good race between Carmel and Franklin, the top 2 seeds. Fort Wayne Carroll's the 3rd seed, Fisher 7th, Hamilton Southeastern 11th, Noblesville's the 18th seed, and Mount Vernon is the 27th seed. In the 100 backstroke, Bloomington South senior David Kovacs is the top seed. He was runner-up last year to Center Grove's Henry Linus and runner-up to Zionsville Will Modulin the year before. So, man, let's hope that David Kovacs wins this one. The 2nd, 3rd, and 8th seeds are all from Carmel. Senior Anderson Kopp is the 2nd seed. He was 3rd last year. Corey Hahn, a junior, is the 3rd seed, and Carter Hadley, a junior, is the 8th seed. Luis Sanchez from Fishers is seeded 10th. The 17th seed is Mount Vernon junior Thomas Jankowski. 19th is Fisher senior Thomas Johanneman. Hamilton Southeastern senior Jacob Fry is seeded 21st, and Noblesville sophomore Liam Hayward is 23rd. In the 100 breaststroke, it's Valparaiso senior Jonah Lee, who is the top seed. He swam a 54:45 in the sectional. He finished 3rd last year. Franklin junior Lucas Ackerman is the 2nd seed. He was only a second slower than Lee in the sectional. And Carmel sophomore Yi Zhang is the 3rd seed. Hamilton Southeastern has the 4th seed in Colin Houston. Fisher sophomore Quentin Upshaw is 15th. Westfield sophomore Griffin Barents Froman is the 17th seed. Carmel junior Luke Feller is 18th. Oak Hill junior Evan Bledsoe, the first CIC swimmer, is seeded 19th. And Carmel senior Michael Gorey is the 21st seed, but he finished 6th last year and 10th as a sophomore. And the final swimming event of the day, Carmel is the number 1 seed in the 400 freestyle and should win that. Homestead is the 2nd seed, Center Grove 3rd. Hamilton Southeastern is 5th. The 6th seed is Fishers. The 12th is Noblesville. The 20th is Westfield. And the 27th in Greenfield Central. And if you are interested in our local athletes, our top seed is easily Oak Hill senior Grant Cates, who should be the favorite in the diving event. He finished 3rd last year and 3rd as a sophomore behind Hamilton Heights divers Ethan Swart and Nathan Cox. They have both graduated, and Cates is the top seed coming into the event. The other top contenders, Warsaw junior Jan Parrott, who was 9th last year. Center Grove freshman Dathan Schramm, who is a phenom. Fishers senior Jacob Shade and juniors Mason Lawson and Kirby Dengled. All should be serious contenders. Shade was 5th last year and 4th as a sophomore. And Noblesville senior Aiden Kless was 7th last year, 5th as a sophomore. They should also be top contenders, as is Carmel senior Henry Summers. We will have a full boys swimming state final scoreboard on Sunday. Please tune in for that. We will give you all the results of what happens with the top swimmers in every event and with our local swimmers. Thank you so much for listening. Please go like, subscribe, or follow us at SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, or Amazon, or at YouTube so you don't miss a single segment. Just search Central Indiana Sports Report at any of those. We are easy to find. And please tell a friend about the Central Indiana Sports Report. The Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media. And I love Susie.